what makes him the greatest president of all time? Better than Lincoln, better than our first founding fathers, George Washington.
Everything, because he's the most hardworking president. He should actually be in the Guinness World Record of the hardest working president there is. He's accomplished more than anyone that has been around, and he's a hard worker, and he's incredible. And, you know, he's like the energy bunny. It's hard to keep up with him. He's amazing.
Trump versus Barack Obama. Who wins?
I don't know. Trump's 80.
What about?
The White House medical people say he's in great shape, so
You trust that? Are you trusting them, or are you trusting your eyes on this?
I don't know.
My perspective as a Christian woman is that my husband and I are one flesh. I vote the same way he does, so honestly, I would be okay with giving up my right to vote because I know that he would represent me well.
How do you feel about the war in Iran? I'd say bomb the shit out of them and get it over with. Wasn't the whole thing, though, no new wars? It's a conflict, it's not a war. Not a war. It's a conflict. Now, who says conflict? I know Trump calls it a war. Well, they say it's a conflict because a war would be you'd have to declare war. Right. He was not declare war. Right, yes. It's a conflict. If you go illegally around it, you can have a war and call it a conflict. Right, exactly.
I was born in Cuba, and I'm against communism. I'm a legal citizen of the United States since I'm 6 years old, and I love Trump.
And what is it about Donald Trump that you love so much?
I want honesty. I want a man that's going to not give me the politician talk, and he's going to change the country like he did for the first 4 years.
This is a Trump rally. If you don't like it, don't come here to protest. Don't come if you're uneducated and you don't know what you're talking about.
You would rather they just didn't come here?
I would rather them not come here.
Are you a fan of the First Amendment?
Absolutely. You know, the right to bear arms. Look, this is...
That's not the First Amendment.
No, the Fourth Amendment, but I'm saying...
That's not the Fourth Amendment either.
Which one is it?
Which one do you want to know? The right to free speech, the First Amendment?
First Amendment, freedom of speech.
And you love the right to bear arms. Which amendment do you think that is?
I thought it was the Fourth. I could be wrong.
It's the Second Amendment. Yeah.
Okay.
How would you imagine that Trump as president would have stopped Putin from going into Ukraine?
Absolutely, because Trump doesn't put up with anything, and he would have, he would have threatened them, and this wouldn't have happened. He would not put up with anything. He would let them know face to face what he thinks, and he would let them know, like, hey, basically, if you do this to us, we're going to do this back to you. Don't even try.
But it was being done to Ukraine, not to us.
Right. We need him back because if not, he's saving us. It's us against the government, and that's what he means. He's going to fight for us.
I think that President Trump wins any fair election, and that's all I have to say on that.
Should trillionaires exist? Yes or no?
Sure, why not?
No, I'm sorry. No.
I was a Trumper, but I think it's time to change. I'm just kind of tired of his attitude. I think he's in it for himself.
What do you think about Donald Trump being charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States?
I personally think it's a witch hunt.
You think so?
Yeah. I think they'll do anything to get rid of him because they don't like him.
Do you know what they're saying he did? Basically, what they're accusing him of is gathering fake electors to try to certify the results in his favor in multiple states. Do you think there's any truth in that? You did say he's all for himself. So.
I think he probably did. So in a roundabout way.
So if he did it, then don't you think he should be prosecuted?
Well, if they have proof, yes.
I want my country of Cuba to be free, and it takes a big man to want to do something like that, and I think Donald Trump might be that one person to make that happen.
He didn't do it last time, though, did he?
Well, I'll tell you. I went to the first inauguration event here in Miami when he announced he was going to run, and he said he was going to do it in the second term, never said the first term. I was there present. I have pictures right here.
Founding father, and what is this one? First founding daddy. First founding daddy, and what does that mean?
You know what? President Trump is just like my dad. You know, he teach me the right thing. He loves the country, and like the dad is the boss of the house. You know, he has been through hardship, he has been through life, he has been kicked ass, and he knows what is right, what is wrong.
I don't follow Mr. Trump because I like Trump. I go after Trump because I like the way he does things. I don't like very much the way he talks, but I don't care about the way he talks. What I do care is where are we going with Mr. Trump? And that's the point I want to get.
Don't you hear he's up 20 hours a day? He doesn't ever sleep.
But I do think he sleeps because we watch it on television.
No, you watch them freeze frame the camera when he blinks his eyes.
Okay. I mean, there's some of those are long camera phrases.
No. Rest in his eyes.
Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's a man, you know. He's a man.
Yeah.
He does a great job, so, you know.
You gotta respect him.
Respect him.
Respect?
Yep.
And how much is $1 trillion? How many millions is $1 trillion?
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Is there anything he
did that you didn't like when he was president?
Like policy-wise or
anything. Is there anything you didn't like about it?
The one thing, me personally, okay, what I'm saying is me personally, the big thing you hear from people is the tweets. If he was to just shut up and stop tweeting, okay? I personally love them. Like, he would tweet, and I know, oh, watch this. They're all going to go nuts on NBC, and they're all going to start going crazy. Like, me personally, like, I enjoyed that. It was fun.
So when people get offended when they see an American flag and say, oh, well, that's a symbol of hate or a symbol of racism or something like that, they're really distorting what it means. The idea of America still beats strongly in the heart of every American, and it's about freedom and liberty and personal autonomy, personal sovereignty, being master of your own destiny, being able to build your own business, being able to take care of your family. I mean, things that are essentially universally cherished and treasured.
Do you worry about President Trump's cognitive decline, that he's been repeating names, rambling in speeches, forgetting names, seeming a little out of it?
I think that he has a lot of work on his plate, and I think that, I would be shocked if he didn't, because, robots don't, humans do, humans make, human errors and mistakes, so I think that, treat him just like I would treat a grandpa.
So you forgive President Biden of the same then?
I try to forgive everyone of that age of, slight cognitive or, just verbal things.
Would you like to see gay marriage made illegal in the United States?
I don't believe gay marriage is actually a thing. According to Scripture, it's not. Marriage is between one man and one woman.
But it is the law here in the United States.
Just because man makes a law doesn't mean it's according to what God says.
But would you like to see that overturned?
Yes, because it hurts people. Sin is sin, no matter what it is. Homosexuality, stealing, murder, all those things are sin according to God, and they hurt the people who are doing them.
But if it was made illegal, how would that change your life?
How would it change my life? It wouldn't, because I don't participate in that lifestyle.
So there's nothing Barack Obama could do to prove that he was born here?
If there was maybe witnesses that were attendants at his birth.
Like his mother? Do you listen to his mother?
No. She has motivation to lie.
So you don't trust Donald Trump's birth certificate either?
Yeah, because he's been here forever.
Well, how do you know? What's your proof?
Well, his parents and...
But no, they're biased. I'm talking about like people who could be in the
Why
room.
would they be biased?
Well, I'm just using your logic against you.
Okay.
If Donald Trump loses in November, what does that mean for the country?
I really feel like if Donald Trump loses, we're going to be run by more globalists that don't have America's best interests at heart. And I think that's what a lot of Trump supporters are scared of. And that's why a lot of people came out tonight and supported him. So that's what I think most Americans, not just me, but most Americans are scared of.
Strait is open as of this morning.
Who do we have to thank for that?
Well, we have to thank President Trump for that.
Yeah, Joe Biden wasn't trying to open the strait.
Exactly. He has the balls to do this.
To open the strait.
Yeah, to do all this. So what other president would have done this? Nobody else before him has done it.
Biden wouldn't open the strait?
No.
Obama wouldn't open the strait?
Wouldn't do it.
Clinton wouldn't open the strait?
Exactly.
All because the strait was already open until Donald Trump became president.
So now...
Is that the genius that, you can't open the strait unless you close the strait, create global pandemonium, raise gas prices, and then open the strait, and still... No one's talking about the Epstein files.
I think censorship is by far one of the most dangerous things. And Jordan Peterson talks about this quite a bit. Once you censor a person's ability to say certain things, you're essentially hamstringing their ability to think properly. Because if you can't express your views, you don't sometimes, like even in this interview, sometimes I'm kind of like almost discovering what my views are by verbalizing them.